Hi guys, today we are going to be talking about three periods of prenatal development. So, in this question, it asks to describe the three periods of prenatal development and also to describe the important aspects of each period and highlight one key features, such as the neural tube develop. So, let's go over what the three periods of prenatal development are. So, the prenatal development includes the germinal period, the embryonic period, and the fetal period. The germinal period is the first period of prenatal development and it occurs during the first 2 weeks after conception. And during this period, the zygote begins rapid cell division and duplication, and it's the beginning of cell differentiation. And during this time, the placenta is also developing, which is what surrounds the embryo. The placenta sustains life through the umbilical cord, and implantation also takes place when the developing zygote burrows into the placenta. This is the period that is the most risky, as a lot of conceptions fail to grow and implant properly. So, the next stage, or the next period, is the embryonic period. It's the second period of prenatal growth and it takes place from the 3rd to 8th weeks. And this is the period where major development occurs in the baby's organs and systems of the body. This period begins when the primitive streak appears, and the primitive streak becomes the neural tube that later becomes the brain and the spinal cord. And this is the period where the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth form. So during the embryonic period, it's when the major development starts to occur. Okay, so including the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. This is the period where the cephalocaudal, which is head to tail, and proximodistal, which is middle to outside growth happens. This means that structures closest to the head grow before the ones near the feet, and structures near the center of the body grow before the structures further away from the center. And during embryonic period, the baby's heart will also begin to pulsate and webbed fingers and toes would separate. And this period is also risky, but it's not as risky as the germinal period. However, this period can have some embryos aborted spontaneously, but it's due to chromosomal abnormalities. Okay, so whereas the germinal period, a lot of conceptions fail because the inability to grow and implant properly, and in the embryonic period, the embryos can be aborted spontaneously due to chromosomal abnormalities. The fetal period is the last of the three periods, and it's the longest period, lasting from the 9th week up until birth. And during this period, the genitals form, and during this period, the fetus grows bigger and begins to function better. So during the fetal period is when we're able to say like the gender, okay? And like since the fetus is growing bigger and being able to function better, they start to learn. So the development of the physical features happen and the baby also looks more human-like. There's increasing levels of sensory experience, behavior, and learning. So the learning starts to happen, as you can see, and this is the least risky of the three periods, as only a few fetuses are aborted spontaneously. So even though this is the longest period, from 9th week up until birth, this is also the less riskiest. Okay, so it's the least riskiest of the three periods, as only a few fetuses are aborted spontaneously.